Alright, I'm finally down the hill. Tons of things went wrong. I'll tell you all about it when I get home because all I want to do is get home. What a ride. What a ride. Alright friends, we're about to leave on our first hike of the year. Woo! And as you can see from outside, it's pretty snowy. It's gonna be just gotta be careful when I drive. Planning to go to Val David. This was all super last minute. Not super prepared, but you know, I've been here before. So I feel confident enough that everything's gonna be fine. I still came somewhat prepared. I got my trusted hiking sticks. I got my winter cleats. Totally recommend getting these if you won't plan on hiking in the winter. As you can see, the spikes are super spiky. And it's just, you feel so much safer, and it helps you with your balance and the fact that you don't slip. Even if the snow is well tamped down, it just helps you so much. So truly recommend you get at least those basics, get some layers on, make sure you stay warm, and let's go have fun. It's gonna be a fairly, I think a fairly easy one actually. Even though I did my research and I was looking for things that were intermediate. Ooh, sorry, shaky. It's very open area. A lot of people. I'm kind of shy to film this. I came a little late in the afternoon. So they actually gave me a trail to do 1 hour and a half because you have to leave by 4:30. So I gotta finish this trail by that time. I'm hoping to do 3 summits by that time. I don't take too much time filming all of this. So we'll see. So we've reached our first summit. We're pretty much there. I'm wondering if we have enough time to go all the way to Mont Condor and then come back all the way to our start. The advantage with this trail is that it's so clear. You can see through trees, you can see the other hikers through them. The disadvantage is that there's so many paths that it's kind of hard to follow the map because there's so many trails, but you know at the end of the day you won't get lost because it's all going to end up in the same spot. But it kind of takes away the magic of it, you know. Oh well, let's continue. Alright folks, we came to a lookout near Mont Césaire, and let's see what we have here. I was just gonna be careful where I put my feet. Oh, I don't want to trip. And look at that. Oh, it says be careful or you're gonna fall. It's true that this would be a pretty bad fall, but look at that. Uh-oh. Chains all of my boots are broken. It's time to crunch time. I gotta hurry up. I am running a little late. It's 3:50 and the park closes at 4:30, so I'm technically have 40 minutes. But it took me about 50 minutes to get here, so hope they won't be mad when I come back late. But at least I got my headlamp. That's in my bag. So if ever it gets dark, I'll be fine. You can see cliffs over there. It's a good thing that we come to this view in the winter because all of these trees in the summer would have hidden the view. Wouldn't have much of a view actually. I can see where Mont King is right in front of me. Right there. But I won't have time to climb it. I think today in total for this hike, I've climbed 2 mountains, so 2 summits. One was divided into two on the east side and the west side, but I'm counting that as one. And then the other one, I reached a viewpoint over there, which was lovely, but too bad for Mont King. I'll just have to come back another time. Alright, so I got my headlamp on. It's getting dark. Let's see where we are. Let's see where we are on the map. That's where we are. That's where we need to go. Jesus, I'm so far. Okay, we got this. Oh, you can see the sun setting from far. Woo! We're gonna have to hike this part in the dark soon. I made it in complete darkness. Jesus, I don't know how I made this mistake. It's a good thing they have light here, so I can follow directions. On my way down, I actually saw some people going back up with their headlamps. Whew. This is how not to hike, guys. Don't do this. My friends, that was a crazy adventure that I did not expect to have on my first hike. I thought I was ready for this, and I guess I'm not. And here are all the mistakes I've done. And go through the whole story, because that was just, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So let's start with first things first. When did my first mistake happen? It was actually right from the beginning, right before I even started. I had not planned to stay, so I had decided to go after lunch. And then by the time I had bought the tickets online to have access to the park, and then by the time I reached the place, it was 2:30. The thing is, in Canada or in Quebec, in the winter, the sun sets at 4:30. So I only had 2 hours. And the woman at the front, who was checking the tickets, she knew that it was closing, and she proposed, she asked me, where do you want to go? Do you have an idea of what trail you want to do? And I said no. So she gave me this paper, and this little paper that told me where I could go for an hour and a half so that I could be back for the time that the park closed. So I went on the hike, and it took me maybe 20-30 minutes to reach Mont Condor, which is the first summit that I was supposed to do today. And I was like, wow, that didn't take a lot of time. And then when I looked at the map at the beginning, I saw that from the chalet to the spot, it was maybe 2/3 of the map. So I was like, oh, I have tons of time. This is a small park. I have tons of time to do the rest. So I decided to do a loop. I went all the way to Mont Césaire, which had a beautiful view, point of view, a lot less people there. And then I was coming back. As I was coming back, I realized, oh, I don't have time to do my third. I don't have time to do the third summit, which was Mont King. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, I don't have time to climb it. The sun is coming down. I need to make sure I'm there by closing time, because I didn't know what happens. I don't know what happens at closing time. I thought closing time, in this stress-induced state, I thought closing time was a time where they might tow my car because they're not there anymore, or that they would send out search parties because there was still a car in the parking lot. Anyway, so many thoughts were going through my mind. You don't have no clue how everything that was going through my mind at that point. Very stress-inducing, very uncomfortable. Don't make these mistakes. So I was coming back from the map, on the map. I was on one extremity of the map, and I had to go all the way back to the chalet. And as I was going, it was getting darker and darker, and I was like, oh, but this is so weird. I thought I was going to get there on time. And then I realized, oh, I'm going to have to pass through this other hill. So I had a third hill. So that's how I did 3 summits. I had another hill, and I was going through the hill. I was like, this is taking an awfully lot of time. I barely see anything without my headlamp. What is happening? I'm supposed to reach the chalet. Then it dawned on me. I knew from the beginning that there was 2 chalets, 2 starting points. And I don't know why, but I had not realized that where I thought I was parked was the wrong one. So I was going to cross the whole park, and it wasn't even there that my car was parked. So it's a good thing I realized that when I was on top of that 3rd summit, so that I could go back on my steps and then go back to the parking lot. And that's when I realized, that's when I really started to get stressed. When I realized that I wasn't heading towards the right place, I really got stressed. Because then I was checking for my headlamp, and my headlamp, I was like, yes, at least I'm equipped. I can, even if I stay here a little later, at least I have my headlamp. But then as I was trying to click my headlamp and to make it work, it didn't function. So basically, headlamp didn't work. I was hiking in the dark. I was about to use my phone's lamp, and it was at 30% because I had been using my phone to be filming all of this, content, taking pictures, just taking time in general, and I was stressed because I knew it was cold, and I didn't know if my phone would have enough battery to be used as a lamp all the way back. So the return was actually maybe 30 to 40 minutes from the time I realized I was going the wrong direction. It was like a 30 to 40 minute hike in the dark. And I kept checking the battery to make sure that everything was okay, making sure that I had enough battery to use my phone lamp, because I wanted to make sure that if I had an emergency, I could still use my phone to call. So I was checking every now and then, and if I didn't reach my destination by the time that, if I hadn't reached a destination, my phone was about to die, I told myself I'm gonna use the phone to tell somebody where I am before it dies. So just everything going through my mind, and I would stop at moments and I would try to listen to see if other people were there, but there was nobody. And then, there's fleeting thoughts of, oh, what kind of wildlife is around here, wondering if black bears are there, which I don't think so because it's kind of close to civilization. But it was just too many things was happening in my head, like too many things was happening. And it was just such an uncomfortable state of being for first hike. I did not expect this first hike to be difficult. I told myself, oh, it's going to be chill. It's going to be so easy, breezy. I've been here before, even though I don't remember well, apparently. I've been here before. The trails are pretty clear, even though the maps, there's so many trails that sometimes it's confusing. I did get lost at some point, but anyways, I'm gonna blame it on the dark. I think I was just too cocky at this point, and I thought that I was prepared, and clearly I could have been better prepared. Not to say that I wasn't a little bit prepared, because I was. I thought of the headlamp, I thought of other layers, thought of having water. What I didn't think about was the bringing spare batteries, new batteries, to bring food, so I didn't have snacks, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be there for 2 hours, it's gonna be fine. I didn't think about looking. I didn't pay attention to where my departure was. So these are all mistakes that I've made that you don't have to make anymore. So don't make the mistakes because you've been warned. You're watching this video right now. Sorry. And it was just this crazy, it was just a crazy afternoon when it wasn't supposed to be a crazy afternoon. It was supposed to be a nice 2 hours of exercise and come back and have a nice meal and then sleep and then work tomorrow. But no, all this had to happen. Jeez. Yeah. So friends, just be prepared. Plan ahead. Really sit down and think about what you're going to do. Good thing that this was not too far from Montreal, not too far from civilization. It wasn't in the middle of nowhere where there's woods surrounded. So at least, but So this is our map. This is where we actually are. Let me focus. So we're right there. And then I was supposed to climb all the way there. And then what I decided to do was go all the way there. But the thing is, I thought I was coming from here. So I thought in the amount of time that I went from here all the way to this summit only took 30 minutes. So that's why I thought I could reach this summit, come back, do this one, and then I wanted to do that one, and then I was supposed to return. But the thing is, I started from there. Jesus. So what I ended up doing was go all the way around here, summit 1. Then I went all around here, for summit 2, coming back to the east side of the summit, wanted to go for summit 3. And then I thought, I didn't have time because I'm gonna have to go up this 400 meters. So I decided, on my way back, I'm gonna go for this summit. How wrong I was. Jesus Christ, guys. That's where I started. Damn. But all in all, the hike itself, without all my misadventures, the hike itself was actually pretty pleasant. It wasn't as challenging as I had thought because as you recall, I had put intermediate and difficult hikes, so it could be intermediate. There was some incline. I would say maybe more beginner intermediate, depending on what parts of the park you're going to do. But it's a family-friendly park. A lot of young kids are there. There's a lot of different activities like sliding, and there's cross-country skiing. It's also dog friendly, so there's some people with their dogs. So it's a great place to go to, maybe a little earlier in the day when it's winter. It's a great place to go to when you want something, not easy, but that you can easily go to in during a day activity or on a weekend. I personally would go back more during the week just because there's so many people, so many kids, so many families, so many dogs, and you just feel sometimes that you're walking one behind the other, but it's still an awesome place. Especially for those who live there, that must be so fun to just go after work or over the weekend. You can just go do some outdoor activities right beside. So I do recommend this place. If you're looking for something more feasible, if you're a beginner and you haven't really dwelled into the hiking world yet, I would recommend this place because you can choose the amount of time you want to be there, and if you're tired, you can turn back anytime. Just look at the map properly, know where you're starting, and enjoy. So now it's your turn. It's your turn to go out there, to go outside and go take a hike.